sorry. This is Safira, and I'd like to go over my MAC eyeshadows. I've separated them into different finishes, the different finishes that I have in potted form, and I'd like to start with matte MAC eyeshadows, and that includes standard matte and matte squared eyeshadows. So I'll go through that right now. Let's do this. My first, I just picked these randomly, they're not in any order at all, any specific order. This is Cross Cultural, and this is limited edition, and it's a dark brown, but I would still call it a cool brown, a dark brown with cool undertones. Okay, and that is a regular matte MAC eyeshadow, so it is not as pigmented as the matte squared, but if you pack it on, it definitely will come out very pigmented. Newly Minted is the second eyeshadow I'll be showing you, and it is a matte squared and is very pigmented. I didn't have to, that was like a very light swatch and it came out like perfect. And I would describe here, I'm just going to go back really quick, to Newly Minted as the perfect St. Patrick's Day green. It is a 4-leaf clover green. I think that is very accurate. Meet the Fleet is a navy blue. I would say a pretty dark navy blue. And that is a regular matte, and it is not as pigmented as the matte squares. See, that's, you can, I don't know if you can tell, it just comes out a little splatchy. Pen and Pink is a very light pink and very pigmented, but it is a light color in nature. So it'd be a really great diffusion color or highlight color or inner highlight color. Clarity Matte Squared, very pigmented, really pretty, but not a unique color. I have other colors just like that from the drugstore, from like Victoria's Secret, and even in MAC permanent and limited edition colors, you can find other colors that are exactly like that. Although Clarity is one of the more vibrant and pigmented forms of that color that I've seen. Flourishing, sorry, I said that kind of funny, is a matte squared, one of my favorite matte colors. It's kind of unique, it's like a gray-green, and it's very pigmented. Look at that. I don't know if you can tell, that is very pigmented. Limit is in the old packaging. It is a pastel orange. And it's very powdery. It's pigmented but powdery. The next is another favorite MAC matte eyeshadow, and it is not squared, but even though it's not squared, it's really pigmented, and it's like a gray purple, and I really like purples. Purples make brown eyes stand out, and this is a very wearable purple. The next eyeshadow is Copper Plate. It's mid-tone gray, and if you put it next to other grays, you can definitely see the brown undertones. I don't see them automatically if I don't put them next to browns. And this is Brown Script. It's a very red brown. It's a brown with red undertones. One of my favorite colors too. It's a good crease color. I really like this. Again, it is a matte squared, amazingly pigmented. Look at that. Ugh, I love matte squares. This is Charcoal Brown. It's mid-tone brown with cool undertones. Really nice crease color. Okay, my last matte is called Lime. Excuse me. and it reminds me of Bitter a lot, but I don't have Bitter with me, so I can't compare them. So this one is not as pigmented as the Matte Squared. It's kind of powdery, but still a lovely color and pigmented still. And if you put that on your lid like I have, you won't be disappointed. So that was an overview and swatches of my matte shadows, and I'm wiping that off. My opinions in general about MAC matte eyeshadows, I really enjoy them. They're very pigmented, especially the MAC Squared eyeshadows. They have, you know, variety of colors, and out of all the finishes, mattes are, I would say, within the top 3 of my favorites within MAC eyeshadows. And if you're starting out, or even if you're not starting out and you've been into makeup and MAC cosmetics for a long time and you haven't tried out these colors, my top 4, I don't think I could, yeah, I'm gonna say top 4, sorry. My top 4 matte eyeshadows are Brown Script, that reddish brown, good crease color, very pigmented. Memorabilia goes good with brown eyes. I'm not sure about any other eyes, but you know, it's very wearable purple. And Copper Plate is, I think, the most pigmented matte eyeshadow that I've ever come across. And it's a great crease color as well. And, you know, especially if you want a little drama without it being super drama. And Flourishing, I think, is a unique color. That gray-green also goes well in the in the outer corner. And that is it. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you later.